going through the staging lanes, and a lot of times, there's fans walking by and people, they still don't believe that I'm the one driving that car. And I'm 5'2". When I have my helmet on, I feel 6'5", and I can do anything in the world, kind of being, this like shocking element. There's a lot of people that throughout my career so far, have said that I shouldn't be out here racing. When somebody tells me I can't do something, I love that.
We're back on the starting line now. It is Jasmine Salinass making her debut this weekend. Mike Salinass is out of the car.
March of this year, your life drastically changed. What happened?
Got a call from my dad 3 days before Pomona that he had to go to the hospital for surgery, and that I was gonna have to step in the race car for him. When I was initially gonna come out in the top field, it was, do a couple races.
This is a situation she will be in for the seeable future. It's not a single race moment for her.
Whirlwind of emotions. It was so intimidating, and I was like, I don't think I can do this.
What was life like growing up in the Salinass household?
We were very lucky, being the oldest of 4 girls. My dad was the solo male in the house. It was so empowering, and he treated us like the sons he never had. We were never allowed to fight, and it was always you take care of each other and you build each other up. My mom being the first one born in America in her family. My grandparents, they came from Indonesia and they were in concentration camps. And so who you are is the people that came before you and the sacrifices that they made.
Where did the drag racing journey start for you?
It actually started with my dad. He was a big hot rod guy, and he was racing with his friends, competing in the 7.0 classes, Bakersfield and Sacramento. He came up to us one day at the track and he's like, hey, girls, come look at this. And we saw these little mini cars and we saw a bunch of kids inside of them. And so we all had wrapped orange cars, little black flames. I remember the first time I went to an NHRA race, and it was at Sonoma Raceway. Before we even got into the grandstands, you could hear the cars taking off and the ground was shaking, and you see the cars going by, and they were the most scariest and violent things. I could not believe that people were inside of them. I remember seeing Brittany Force's dragster. I remember my dad's like, that's a girl, and I was like, no, it's not. And he's like, no, it's a girl, and they showed her face, and I remember from that moment on, I was like, wow. She's actually the reason why I wanted to do it. Her and her sisters, they're the ones that got my sisters and I to think that we could be out here and doing this.
What drives you?
Being able to prove people wrong. A lot of people kind of have this idea of what, a professional race car driver should look like. We'd go to certain places and you'd kind of look around the room, and sometimes people wouldn't look like you, or they wouldn't have the same stories and backgrounds. I'm driving race cars for a living, and I get to do it with the best.
You picked up your first top alcohol dragster Wally in Gainesville in 2022. What did that win represent for you?
For me, that one was super special because the year before I crashed at that racetrack, getting back in that car and facing all of that and getting over what, I was afraid of failing again.
Jasmine Salinass joins her dad and sister as a national event winner.
The way you looked at Brittany Force as a young girl, inevitably there's a young girl that is looking at Jasmine Salinass. What do you want her to know?
Whatever it is that you want to do, just show up as yourself, who you are already, and who you're going to become. That's what's going to make you special. My goal in top fuel is who can I be outside of Mike Salinass' daughter.